Previously on T&C D&D.
So let's walk around the city and see what's happening then, right, guys?
Okay, you can have a little wander around. You head down there, and there's a little, it's just a little tiny hut with a sign outside with udder in written on there, and like what you assume and hope is a cow's udder, but you ain't seen a cow that looks like that.
The magistrate will give us 150 gold coins for every goblin we bring back to.
I didn't hear that because I was in bed. I almost spit out my horse meat. 150 gold coins? Why didn't you say so? Let's kill some of these hobgoblins. That's fine.
The butler's like, "What? Can I help you with what were you?"
Yes, my good sir. My faithful travelling companions and I here tell that you are in need of orc hunters. Nope, sorry, didn't mean orc. I didn't mean orc. Got hobgoblin hunters.
You don't want to bring any like orc hunter stuff.
Listen, fella. You got a hobgoblin problem. We're the solution. I guess, shall we split up and one of us go to the weapons smithy and the other go to the temple?
Well, there's three of us.
Well, we can team. Well, like, okay, I'll sit here with the fucking dude and you two can pick what you want to do.
I burst through the door to the temple like, ew, I've got religious bitches.
There's like one
Hail Mary,
like
Hail Mary, Hail Mary.
old woman. There's like an old woman like behind like the pulpit, kind of lighting candles. Like, oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't expect any visitors today.
Yeah, you know why? Because religion's over. I'm not believing that shit no more.
A minute later. Yeah. So Snaggletooth, you heading towards the smithy, and you can hear like hammers banging on anvils. I'm assuming that's how smiths work.
We
Under the desk.
briefly cut back to me and Clarissa, and I've got an acoustic guitar, and I'm going, and that's why religion is
Let's you and me walk ahead and leave that whiny ass bitch badge to take the back.
Okay, listen, I value honesty, you know, and
Oh, here's some honesty for you. You can't rap.
now I know you're just trying to hit me, okay? Because that's just not true.
Badge. What else have you got? Go on, do another one now that isn't that. Because I think you planned this. I don't think you freestyled at all. I think you wrote this down and you were like, ooh, I'll impress the gang with my freestyle rap. And it wasn't freestyle. Go on, go again. Go again.
I'm silent for a long minute, and then I transform into a deer and gallop away.
Familiar. It smells very much like you can't place your fingers on it, but you're enhanced. Obviously, you don't have fingers. You're a
I
deer.
don't have fingers.
You can't quite pin it down, but you can definitely recognize the smell as the same one that kind of lingered around those masked dudes.
In episode 4.
The scent kind of leads you towards it looks like it's a what used to be quite a nice graveyard that's a bit overgrown now because it's not been used for a while. Inside the crypt is like a load of like candles kind of burnt out. They're not lit, but they're just rubbished, and a couple of things have been tipped over, like someone's gone through here. As you like buzz around the statue, you can see like it's a hooded figure, but like underneath in a way that like you could only really see if you looked underneath is like the smell you smelled back in town with those guards is overpowering. You can hear like grinding gears, like horrible screechy gears that haven't been turned in a long time, just kind of grinding along, and the statue slides back a little bit.
What?
And then there's another staircase leading down.
I say we turn around and don't explore anything.
I'm not gonna give Matt like Dungeon Master blue balls.
You can hear a voice up ahead. It sounds like the magistrate's voice
Oh.
echoing off this corridor.
Well, let's keep sneaking
looks
in
like-
and listening.
He's like seems to be like almost like chanting almost. He's like
What's he chanting?
give us this land is our land. Give us the power. This is our land. Give us the power. The magistrate is kind of leaning over this book, chatting away. It's like, why isn't this working? I wanted more. I needed more.
Are we close enough to just break into this conversation?
You can hear him. He's also like he's got like 4 of those masked lads around him as well.
I've got a
Right.
landline.
What is this,
Shares the number.
1932?
Our landline shares the former number of the sexual health clinic in Liverpool.
Do you ever just
Yeah.
pretend to be the sexual health clinic just to mess with some heads?
People phone up. Yes, is this the clinic? And it's like, no, it's not the clinic.
Listen, Gabriella, I can treat the symptoms, but you're going to have to do something about the disease, love. I mean,
I've had to unplug that phone. I once actually phoned up someone though, and because my mobile was dead, so I phoned them up, and it's like, oh, they're not answer. Thought nothing of it, and like they said a few weeks after, was that you? And it's like, yeah. It's like, oh, shit myself for ages. I googled the number and thought it was like an ex who like tested positive for something.
amazing.
Hours of fun.
Speaking of hours of fun, I'm sure you remember the last time it was Chapter 2, Episode 3.
On.
No, Episode 3. And we were about to enter into a dark cave-ish tomb kind of deal.
Last time around, you went down to the bottom of a cave, and as you were exploring this this crypt, it came out into a mine shaft.
The mayor, the magistrate was there, right?
Yeah, and he was praying to an altar with a
Some culty
skull
stuff.
face on it, and you couldn't quite see what was going on in the from the angle that you were at, but it looked like he was like bowing down over this like altar. In front of him was like this huge skull face, and he's surrounded by his the guys that you saw back in town with the they had like face masks and spears, and they all smelled terrible.
They smelled really
Smelly
bad.
people.
And Badge had the idea of going towards of flying towards them in firefly form, which also which I'll say it's an idea because I completely fucked up the rules on wild shape last time
So
around.
yeah, so by a quirk of fate, this will be allowed this one time.
You're not allowed to have anything with a flying speed, so and like at first level or at second
Okay.
level rather.
So it was just beginner's luck. So
Yeah,
I'll
you
never
managed to
do
ta-
it again.
But I'll let you be a firefly or a regular fly,
Okay,
just with
but not like a
standard
falcon.
movement.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
only
probably-
be lesser flying animals.
I'm just
like
working towards that blue whale. I want to do that blue whale move. That's going to be my signature one day.
The Rallius and
One night.
Associates, where you transform into a whale on top of a huge
If
pile of
in
people and
doubt,
crush them all.
just expand into a blue whale as quick as you can.
I mean, I'll get
what's
some
the plan of
attention.
attack here, guys.
Okay, let's.
You did
let's-
roll initiative last time, which I did record still. So if you did want to attempt to attack Magistrate Hogg while he's praying to his weird god, you've got that option, but you don't have to. I say you rolled decent stealth last time, so you're like out of sight of them. That you can see them, but they can't see you.
Well, who's up first?
Up first in the initiative is Snaggletooth.
Oh.
Oh shit!
I'll roll. What is this? D20.
What are you gonna do?
Oh. We should probably recap. So Badger's got the magistrate from behind with the dagger, hasn't he?
That was the plan, but that would like take time to do. Like it takes an action to turn from an animal to a person. So you'd have an action to turn into a person, and then it'd be like, oh, okay, there's a person in front of me now.
Okay, can I move between the magistrate and like his whatever his things he's sourced together, these guards things he's got round? Just stop from them getting back to the magistrate.
Are you gonna try and like move through them to like?
Yeah, to block off their path back to the magistrate.
He's kind of there's kind of like just to set the scene. There's like 4 of them kind of around him, facing outwards, kind of like staring out into the darkness, but they haven't seen you yet. And there's like a mine cart with like one of them pump handles. I really should have looked up what they're called before going back into this, but like with 2 more of them on there and one kind of milling around. So there's quite a few of the faceplate dudes before you can get within striking distance of them.
Okay, let's try and take out like one of the faceplate dudes that's around the magistrate. So we use
Cool.
the axe for that. 'cause That's
You're
probably
gonna
the
charge
biggest.
in and
Yeah.
attack. Cool. Roll a d20 to make an attack roll and
Shit. 1.
Oh.
so you like come out of the shadows and with your axe raised and you give out a huge victorious battle cry, swing for one of them and trip over a loose stone and like kind of stumble forward, and the magistrate breaks out of his dark trance.
Why does he break out if I didn't get the? I didn't even roll.
It's in the initiative thing. Like it's
I think we're all gonna die here, guys.
goes in order.
I think this
And he
is the end
turns
of this
around
as
like,
well.
what are you lot doing here?
Okay, we can talk our way out of this.
We
Who's up
can now.
next, then?
Who's go?
Talking's a free action, and Badge is next in the initiative order if like
Okay,
he wants to make an
explain our
action.
way out of this.
Does my thunderstrike reach underground?
Yeah, Thunderwave.
I say
Yeah.
explain our way out of this, and he's like, okay, so how much lightning can I use in this situation?
Lightning is good for like technically that's explaining stuff. Just
Dude, we're
explaining stuff very
surrounded and we're
loudly.
underground and we're rolling shit. Try and back your way out of this.
In what possible way could we have ever backed our way out?
Okay, I'll go. All right, Mr. Magistrate, you're obviously up to some shady shit down here, yeah? And we're so cool with that. We want to join your team.
I thought you already were on my team. You were gonna light the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
fender.
Oh, well, we got turned around, and we thought from behind. We thought that you were a hobgoblin, 2 hobgoblins standing on top of each other, which is who you sent us to kill. So that's why my snaggletooth associate came at you.
Make a what would that be? Deception, which is d20 and add which you actually have expertise in, so you add like a load of modifiers to it.
Okay. So D20
Okay.
says 11.
So 11 plus 4 plus 2, 16. He's like, that makes sense. How much did you hear?
How much did you want us to hear?
I get you.
Wink.
Listen, you didn't see nothing down here, and it may be in your best interest to keep this to yourself when we're back in town.
Yep. Cool.
Maybe you don't mention this.
Cool.
I
Yep.
don't. I maybe calm down the priestess who's still trying to put a bounty out on all your heads, and we all just move aside and forget any of this ever happened.
I think we know that bitch is
totally
crazy.
So I slowly back away. Okay. All right.
And as you're backing away, you see like the altar. Someone was actually lying on the altar,
None
and
of my
they
business.
sit up, and like a load of putrid water comes like flying out in all directions, and it's like this horrible, misshapen, stitched together pile of putrid flesh. There's like, and the magistrate just kind of waves a hand in front of its face, and his eyes kind of glaze over, and he gets up out of like this bath of horrible ingredients and into like a corner of the room and starts arming himself in leather armor. And the magistrate's like, remember, you didn't see nothing.
Yep, I didn't see that grotesque, horrorish nightmare come to life. That's not going to haunt my dreams, Governor.
A Badge, you're
Hello.
next in the initiative order. Did you want to take an action, or
So what is happening right now? Like,
We're backing the fuck away.
He's willing to kind of nudge, wink. You ignore his creepy necromancy, and he'll not send the guards on you for attacking the priestess, and you'll kind of go your own separate ways for a moment.
I mean, sidebar, guys. Like,
Sidebar.
what's our play here? Like, where do we go from here? Like,
I'm all in favor of pretending this didn't happen and go and killing some hobgoblins because I fucking hate hobgoblins, guys. I've got no problem with smelly, water ghouls or whatever these dudes are.
my
Let them
only
murder and
problem
rape
is,
all they want. I don't care.
if we don't kill all these guys right now,
Yeah,
it may be a problem for us later.
it might be, but that sounds like a tomorrow guy's problem.
Okay.
Michelle Rodriguez lives for the
It's a
moment.
later problem.
Okay, so we're not going to blame it on Badge when this shit hits the fan, right?
I think
Probably
we're all
blame it on me
here
for
fucking up a big role.
And you're glad you rolled that one, though.
yeah.
So, Snaggletooth, are you in agreement that we just pretend none of this ever happened?
But is that
I'm
what
open
they'll
to
be
bots.
expecting? I think part of it will depend on if Matt planned for like a shit roll and for us just to back away the entire.
It doesn't matter what he plans.
I got plans on top of plans. You don't even know.
I think if we back away at this point, we're not giving him DM blue balls because there's been some secrets have been revealed. It's gonna cast
come back,
you
it'll pay
into a
off.
different life.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to make decisions based on how blue my balls are going to be.
No, but we want it to be fun for everyone. Otherwise it's just like
It's totally fine. You can make whatever decision you want. I'm ready for you to kill everyone or run away or move away.
Michelle Rodriguez is walking away.
Okay. I look at Snaggletooth and I'm like, listen, I know that we have had our differences lately because of your lies, your dishonesty. I know that your unfaithfulness has rocked this friendship to its core, but I am willing to let bygones be bygones if we all just peace out and walk away from this. I'm not saying we can't kill these guys at a later date, but I say for the minute, we see where the chips fall here.
I think we need to walk away. Let's walk away. Let's come back another day.
Okay. So we walk away.
You heading back the way you came towards, or you heading past the magistrate?
Where this mine shaft goes.
You can head towards the mine shaft.
What? Well, I'm not gonna. What do you want to do? You want to go back up and carry on our way?
Michelle Rodriguez has already walked the way she came back. Whatever you guys do
Let's
is up to you.
walk back the way that we came.
Let's go to Gnometon or whether.
Yeah, let's go
Heading
Gnome.
towards the gnome village.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you make your way back through the way you came, back up the ladder, or the staircase, by the creepy statue, up past the and back into the crypt through the secret door, and you're back out the other side. As you step outside the crypt, you can hear like the faint sounds of what sound like battle, like swords bashing against armor and screaming coming from nearby.
Does it sound like hobgoblins?
Make a perception check, which is D20, and you add your wisdom to it.
2.
Yeah, character sheet on
3.
this day.
3.
You realise people are screaming, but you can't work out who they are, what their deal is.
I'm roll. I'll leave it.
Well, if last episode taught us anything, it's that we should not go towards danger. We should go away from it. So I vote for not going towards the danger.
And I agree, because I feel like we've just narrowly avoided a skirmish that would have been the end of us. So I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I ain't getting into no shit. That ain't my business.
If we can go to the gnome village, we might get paid for that rather than.
So we
Taking
each collectively put our fingers in our ears and we just
La 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 la.
as we walk away from the slaughter.
It might not be slaughter. We just know. It could be a reenactment for all we know.
It could be a reenactment. I mean, it might very well be reenactment of the Goblin Wars or whatever. So making your way back towards the mountains, with like the sounds of combat and horror kind of bleeding out in your ears. You
Like horses being murdered and men being shot.
Why did you go
down.
to horses? I was thinking it was like children. That's what cults are usually into.
And we're-
Horses, I'm fine with horses being slaughtered.
I mean, you ate the horse last
beef
time.
with horses.
We're just walking the opposite way from that, just talking about. So I hear they've got good cherry pie in Gnometon. That'll be nice.
yeah.
That'll be nice. There's a museum there we could check out.
And like, crash.
Gnome, I believe from the Latin, gnome town.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
The chief export is corn, apparently.
And tiny fishing rods.
Fishing rods as well. Big fishing town.
You make your way. You're heading like as you walk down the road, you can hear like the sounds of battle kind of die out, and you quite literally in this case, and you keep heading north towards the mountains, and you pass by a little copse of trees around a lake, and you can see like some people fishing in the lake, just kind of a bunch of humans just kind of sitting there fishing, minding their own business.
How many humans?
3.
What gender?
One man, a woman. I don't know. Let's roll for it.
I don't want to assume their gender, so I don't think we should either.
3 dudes. It looks like.
3 dudes. Okay.
They may not identify as dudes, though. We don't know.
I'm gonna
At a glance, you think they're dudes.
I'm gonna adjust how I was gonna play that.
I just mentally changed some gears there.
Okay.
I feel up you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, okay, I approach them and I say, "Hello, good fellows. Hail, fellow, well met. Is this the road to Gnome Town?"
Looking for the gnomes, aye, yeah.
No.
You're gonna head straight down this road, but you might want to watch out. We've heard some weird noises coming from that way.
Don't worry about that.
We're all about weird noises.
I don't know about you guys, but I hear weird noises and I go the other way.
That is exactly what we do. We have a lot in common. We're gonna
Our body.
So what's your business in the gnome village?
Oh right, who wants to know?
Oh,
You're so rude to our new friends.
just being friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgive my mage companion. He is, as my people say, a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
We're on the lookout for some hobgoblins that have been causing trouble to these good gnome folks.
We've come across a few of them, but the plan. We hear bad noises. We leg it the opposite direction.
Good man, good man. So this way, you say, yeah?
Yeah, that way is mainly safe. You might
Mainly safe.
run into a little bit of trouble. As you say, there's hobgoblins around.
We don't.
We've seen a few nasty-looking creatures as well. If you heading further towards the gnome village, never seen their like before, but big lads with look like dog heads.
Oh, it's fun. Well, let's go. I say this in front of the fisherman. I say to
Ooh,
Badger
fun.
Snaggletooth. I was like, okay, yeah. So, do we want to kill these guys, or are we just gonna keep going?
I
Within
reckon we can
earshot
take
of
them.
them.
They only have fishing rods. We can take them.
Okay, so that's one for murder.
I kind of want to. I'm not happy that guy asked us about our business. Like
So I say to the fisherman, I'm like, okay, bad news. So we took a kind of like an informal vote, and I was in favour of just going about my merry way. These two, however, and then I take a step back.
What?
Matt, I want to roll for Thunderstrike, please.
They're near a
Okay, fair
body
enough.
of water as well.
You don't need to. I don't think you need to roll for Thunderwave, but you are gonna need to roll initiative though if you're gonna start attacking these dudes.
Okay. Where is my initiative? Is it perception? Is it the same as perception?
It's just a D20, and then you add your dexterity to it, unless you've got
Right,
like a feat
I'm sorry,
that
I'm getting
helps.
confused. Yeah, so +2. And I'm rolling a d20. Which is 10 plus my 2 is 12.
Badge in the initiative order.
So I need to roll.
Yeah, we need to.
Go
We're
for
entering
tactical.
combat, yo.
Right. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking 5.
Is that plus your dexterity?
Plus 1, 6.
That's Snaggletooth. Michelle Rodriguez, what did you get?
He's backing away.
Yeah, I'm backing away. I'm not attacking.
Huh?
Not my
Are
turn.
You probably still need to be on the initiative order, just like in case
The violence.
anything happens, in case you want to decide you want to do something.
7.
Does that add in your dexterity to it as well?
No,
Okay, well, what's your dexterity?
I don't know what my dexterity is.
Your dexterity is 4.
Oh, 4.
7 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're on the same as Badge. Which of you wants to go first?
Me.
Yeah, I think Mac wants to go first. Go on then, what are you doing?
Thunder wave! Come from the land of the ice and snow with an engine pile of mountain blowing. Ah!
I'm putting these guys down as doomed fishermen.
Yeah.
At 10. So you're gonna thunder wave them.
I'm gonna thunder wave the fuck out of this, and I'm gonna aim for that little mealy-mouthed piece of shit that asked me about my business, which by name is my business and not his.
Well, I'm gonna roll. They're all kind of conveniently laid out in a 15-foot cube, so you know you can.
I'll punish them for fucking associating with them.
I'm going to 14. Actually, I better bring up your spell save stuff while I'm here.
Hammer of the gods.
Be super useful if. There we go.
Is everyone frozen or are they just doing
Oh,
that?
do me a favour and play.
And
Oh no, there he goes.
and if you want to roll damage for it, it's roll 2d8. So it's 2 8-sided dice for damage.
We'll be honest, Holland sort of froze up, so we caught none of it. We caught none of the explanation, and then we just caught roll 2d8.
What happened was two of them failed. No, 2 of them succeeded, 1 of them failed. So if you roll d8 for damage,
This game was doomed from the start.
Like these fishermen.
they're all gonna. But
I have
I'm gonna
rolled
work
a
out.
4
Use the damage to work out.
and I have rolled a 2.
So it's 6 points of damage, and you like Hadouken like a huge blast of thunder, and one of them just goes flying across the lake and plops in there. The other 2 just you see their skeletons for a brief moment before they turn to dust.
Okay. I
And then
rush to the very edge of the water and I scream, "What's your business in that lake?" It's not nice, is it? Don't feel good. Teach you to pry.
Is anyone left alive?
They're all super dead.
Hey, no motherfuckers ask me what my business is.
There's in this area. There's like you're kind of surrounded by trees almost. Well, say almost, but like definitely surrounded by trees. And let me bring up a page here. Where is it? Are you all kind of going towards the lake, or are you just letting Badge kind of scream?
No.
Into
I mean,
the-
it's over, right? Everyone's dead.
It's usually not good practice to approach a man screaming at a lake.
I mean, he didn't even leave corpses to loot.
My name was on the street.
There is like a little cart that they were using to kind of get down there. If you wanted to loot that.
No, I want to.
Oh yeah.
No, I want to throw my thunder wave at that as well.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I hold him back under his arms. I'm like, it's over! It's
I'm
over!
kicking out. I'm kicking out. And they're like, "Okay, I'm cool. Cool.
Jerry Springer.
Loot the fucking cart."
So there's like a quiet. So a hush falls over the lake. You can hear like, well, a couple of birds got deep fried by your thunder wave as well, so there's no birds
So we're
anything
eating tonight.
anymore. So you just like massacred all the life. All the life in this area seems to have just been sucked out of it completely.
Yeah, and I just
as
you
you-
hear that, hobgoblins? We here. We're in the building.
And a voice calls back. What is this guy
That's what
gonna
I
say?
thought.
We thought we were bad. We were only gonna rob them. And you can see like in the trees are 4 hobgoblins who were approaching to kind of mug these guys, and they kind of stopped when you thunder waved them.
Yeah, and I'm like, tell your friends. Cold as ice, willing to sacrifice.
Michelle Rodriguez, what are you doing?
Are those hobgoblins retreating?
They're still here. I'm
Oh
putting them on
shit!
initiative
No,
order.
right. If they want to go, let's go. You want to throw hands?
How many are there?
I can't see that. 5, 6, 7. There's 4 of them.
I mean, last time we left one alive to send a message, it didn't really do us any favors, did it?
No, did not.
I guess it's time to kill some hobgoblins.
50 coins apiece.
This is what you were here for.
Let's kill some hobgoblins.
And
I'm gonna roll a 20.
How you doing it? Are you running at them, or are you using your crossbow, or?
I'll run at them. It's what I do.
Cool. Yeah, it's a D20 plus your attack bonus, which is 6 if you're using your short sword.
So I got a 5.
so you got 11, yo.
11. That's a super miss. And you come swinging in at these hobgoblins, and one of them kind of deflects it off their shield. The doomed fishermen are just piles of ash right now. Some hobgoblins are going to attack then. The guy you attacked, Michelle Rodriguez, is going to take a swing at you with his long sword.
I've done so much to avoid conflict, and all because fucking back wants to pick on
You
some
fucker asked me
You
what
ran head
my
first.
business was? What my business was?
It's okay, he missed anyway. So
good.
another one's going to go for Michelle Rodriguez as well.
Michelle Rodriguez is in trouble, guys.
3 plus 15, 16, 17. Just about a hit. And it does 1d8 plus 1. 6 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
So he comes in and just swipes at you.
Ah, my arm. You swiped at my arm.
Can I?
The other 2 are going to fire off their longbows at Snaggletooth and Badge respectively. Like, you'd get the impression none of them really wants to mess with Badge. Because he's just psychotically fisherman. That's a miss, and that's an even worse miss. So one of them fires at Snaggletooth, and you kind of duck out the way, Snaggletooth, and the other one goes for Badge, but he's trembling that much, it kind of flops into the water, and somewhere at the bottom, it kind of clinks off a dead fisherman.
That's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
Snaggletooth, you're up.
All right, let's run at them with. Actually, I'm not taking any chances with this. Can we use the Berserker Rage for this?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're gonna rage.
Yeah, we'll rage this, and we'll use the Morning Stars to see how many we can get in one go.
So you dual wielding the Monstars
Yeah.
when you.
Go on.
Okay, it's So you're rolling D20 plus 7.
D20 8. First one plus 7, 15.
That's a miss.
Ooh.
And the second
rolled
one as
anything-
well.
Let's roll the second one. 19.
Is that hit? Solid hit. So roll a D8 and add 5 to it.
D8, 5, add 5, 10.
10. You like clobber him really hard. He kind of staggers a bit, but he's still standing, just about. We go back up to the top with Badge.
I just want to say, as an aside, I was looking at my sheet here to see what I could do, and just in context of last time when I burst into that temple ranting about atheism,
Yeah.
I can just see on my character sheet it says "Shelter of the Faithful." I can get free shelter and healing from any temple or shrine that shares my faith. And I can also perform religious ceremonies and rituals of your faith.
That could have gone totally different.
It could have gone so much
Always read the
different.
character sheet, kids.
So I can also see it says druid spellcasting. Now, what does that entail?
That's your spells. Your Thunderwave, Speak with Animals, Entangle, and Cure Wounds are the 4 that you've got on you at the moment.
I'm gonna try and entangle these motherfuckers.
Cool. So they've got a roll to beat your, I think, strength to beat your spell save. So it's that goes nowhere. That goes nowhere. That's a 15. And that goes nowhere. So one of them, like, you kind of van the ground around them and grab 3 of them, but one of them kind of chops them away with a sword and is still unentangled, but they are all restrained now.
I am
except for that one.
stalking towards them, and I'm like, "Where you going, friends? Where you going, pals? Where you going? Where you going? Why are you trying to get away?"
Badge is a bit unstable.
Asking what my business is.
Michelle
What my
Rodriguez,
business is.
what are you doing?
So I'm just gonna keep swinging and hopefully murder someone.
Keep swinging. You get advantage on this one, so
Kill
you
one
roll.
of the entangled.
Yeah, you roll 2 d20s and you take the best result.
That's an 11. That's an 11.
So you had 17. Both of them hit actually. So and because they're the guys that you're trying to hit are restrained, you get you can use your sneak attack on them as well. So you roll an extra d6 of damage as well.
D6.
And it's d6 plus 4 for your short sword.
5.
Cool.
Plus 4.
5 plus 4 was that?
Yep.
Yep. This guy's dead.
There he
You
is.
jab one of them and he just kind of collapses in a heap. So one of the hobgoblins is still free of the entanglement. He's going to rush forward, firing his longbow at Badge. Missing entirely.
I'm on
The other 2
today.
are
and
trying to
those
escape.
waves will not come back to haunt me.
One of them chops his way out. The other one does not. So one of them is now free from the entanglement.
Okay.
And Snaggletooth, it's your turn.
Right, let's go after the one that wasn't entangled in the first place. Let's
Cool.
try and take him out.
Using your Morning Stars again.
Now we use the axe this time. Seems we're only going for one of them.
Sweet.
Is that D20?
D20. And you add your...
Fuck's sake. 6!
Get a new
You
phone.
add 6 plus 7 is
I know.
13. You get plus 2... Ooh, no, it didn't quite make it. You come forward with your axe and he dodges out the way. Goes back up. Badge, what are you doing?
One of them's still entangled, right?
Yep, one of them's still entangled.
I would like to attempt to impale one of them with my scimitar.
Sweet. Are you going for the entangled one or the one that
entangled
isn't? Cool. You get advantage on this as well, so it's 2 d20s and you take the best result.
I've rolled a 3 and a 19.
Take the 19. So it's 1d6 plus 2 in your damage.
What do you need from me?
1d6 and you add 2 to it
Okay.
for damage.
Okay. I have rolled a 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay, you slash him and he like recoils in damage, but he's still standing.
Right.
But he's hurt. He's badly hurt. Michelle Rodriguez, you're up here in the thick of it. What are you gonna do?
Who's left for me to run a sword through?
There's one of them went running at Badge, who just got like slashed. There's one entangled near you and one that's free.
I'll go for the one that's free, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, the entangled one's more or less dead, right?
Yeah. I'm going to swing a sword at him, as I am one to do.
Go for it. Roll d20.
Come on, murder. 12.
12 plus 6, that's a hit. It's d6 plus 4.
D6, D6, D6. That's the one out the way. 4. So that's 8.
I think it happens as well now. So there's 2 of them that are hurt and one of them's entangled. So there's we go to the entangled hobgoblin is going to try to escape. He fucks it up. And the guy Michelle Rodriguez hit is going to try and hit her back. Missing.
Haha.
And the guy near Badge has got a natural 1, so he kind of tries to come forward and stumbles on his
These guys are
over his
working
own
on
feet.
this shit.
Snaggletooth.
Seeing as my rolls have been shit, I'll go back to the Morning Star, so I at least get 2 chances, isn't it?
Cool.
So who's like most able at the minute?
It's weirdly probably the guy who's just fell over, right?
Yeah.
No, he's hurt because you slashed. There's an entangled person near you and one that Michelle Rodriguez just jabbed. So there's
But the
an injured
entangled
person.
guy's on death's door, right?
Let's go for the entangled one because
Cool.
Michelle's already got the other one
Yeah.
taken care of from the looks of it.
So roll 2 d20s and take the best result.
12 and a 9, so 12.
12 hits. I'm gonna say that guy's dead. So you
Matt,
kind of
can I have a
cave his...
short conversation with him just before he dies?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I grab him like by the thing and I say, "What's your mother's name? Tell me your mother's name."
This is before he gets like his head caved in.
No, this is just like he's dying, right? It's like he's dying.
He's not giving you the satisfaction.
Okay, well then
But
I
that's
see
the-
that and I look
another
him in the eyes
book.
and I'll go, "She'll never know."
Fucking hell.
That
then-
is dark, dude.
Snaggletooth just crushes his skull. The other 2 kind of look at each other and it's not even their turn yet. I apologise. It's actually your turn, Badge. So
So what's the lay of the land right
After
now?
you've,
There's
like-
the guy on the floor,
there's 2 hurt near you.
but there's a guy. He tripped over his own feet, like right in front of me. Yeah.
That guy's hurt.
I want to produce a fireball and just push it on him.
Nice. So roll a d20 and add your spell attack. So d20 plus 5.
Oh, I've rolled a 19, so a 24.
Ooh.
And roll a d10 for damage. That's just a straight d10, no modifiers attached to it.
9.
9. So
I
he
swear to
stumbles
God, I'm
over
not
his own
making
feet.
these up.
He stumbles over his own feet and you just like firebolt him in the face, and he goes down dead.
Well, even though I
Michelle-
know he's dead, I just stay there
Because
for a minute, just keeping him on fire.
just
What did
watching
he
the
talk
flames
about
dance
at some
around him.
point, Badge?
Michelle Rodriguez, you're
There's
up.
still one guy left to kill, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
16.
Plus 6 is 22. Yeah, it's a hit.
Is he dead?
Plus 4, and you get, because Snaggletooth and Badge are both in the area, you get like your sneak attack on them as well. So it's 1d6 plus 4, and then an extra d6.
1d6. 3. And an extra
That's-
d6.
7,
4.
8, 9, 10, 11. Like, even if that guy had been at full health, you'd have fucking skewered him there like that.
I've run
you
my sword through him,
Get him right through the heart.
and unlike my fire keen associate, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I don't want any of this. I'm sorry. And he's clawing at me, you know what I mean? Like the death rattle. I'm so sorry, but like he's also stuck on my sword, so I'm using my foot to like pry him off the end of him. Like, I'm sorry.
Just let it go. Just let it go. I got you.
Yeah, he's gone. He's dead.
You've killed. So far, you've killed 3 fishermen, 4 hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I killed fisherman. I killed one
Killed the
hobgoblin.
fisherman for 3.
I don't know. I think you're guilty by association.
Are there any
So everyone's
hobgoblins
dead,
left?
right?
Make a perception check.
Who?
Which is
Oh, that's a funny answer.
D20.
Who rolls?
All of you
I've
can
got
roll
an
if you
18.
want to.
5.
So
I'm
an
not very
18,
confident.
a 5. It's totally quiet and still. You can't hear anyone else around, not even a bird tweeting or anything.
Okay.
So I'm like
Yeah.
on my knees, just panting. I'm like,
So I approach Badge and I go, Badge, quick word. Listen, man.
I go, yeah. What's the stitch?
Yeah. Going forward,
Yeah.
I think we need to like have more of a group dynamic about what our stance on murder is.
Okay.
And I think for humans it should be anti.
Okay.
For hobgoblins it should be wait and see.
I
Oh,
agree with that.
Yeah, we're on the same
That's
page.
what's funny. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Is
I
there
don't
anything
know, man.
else you want to talk about while I'm here?
He asked me what our basis was, and I just fucking so read.
Yeah, about
I just read this came over me. I'm like, who does this mother step into me?
Yeah,
Step into me?
Settle down. Why is it you think you got so angry about that?
Just,
Because it's a very normal question.
I don't know what the culture's like where you come from, man. But where I'm from, you let people be.
Well, maybe you need to.
There was an inflection there was a tone with which he asked that question.
I don't think there was.
Back me up.
It doesn't matter. It's
It
not
was,
throwing
it's
shade,
like,
right?
in later chapters. It's fine. Let's just, for the future, maybe think twice. Count to 10. Can you count to 10 next time, please?
I will count to 10.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now who wants to go to a gnome village?
Well,
before we go,
Oh.
yeah, do we need proof we've slayed the
that we've killed,
hobgoblins?
because we want our 50 coins
Yeah.
each. Yeah, we want our 200 coins.
What do we take from them?
Is it their dicks?
Well, this is.
Michelle Rodriguez says that she's sawing off a goblin dick.
You're already going right to the dick. You're like, what? Taking what?
No way she
What
hasn't been
reward?
before.
You love grabbing goblin
It
dick.
snaps right off.
It was scalps, but like, you got a dick now, so you got a free goblin dick.
Dicks. Get those hobgoblin dicks.
Can we take the skulls of the fishermen as well? Can we?
As a warning to
Can we
all
try
other fishermen.
No, can we try and palm them off as hobgoblins?
Oh.
Yeah, you can if you want. Like one of them, you'd have to go swimming for one of them. 'Cause he just
Leave
got-
just
I'm
the
done with
two.
them.
The two will do.
But I'm scalping the entangled hobgoblin with the morning star, and I just sing, "Oh, your mother will wait, but you'll never come home. She'll wait and she'll never have known."
Fucking hell.
Who would have thought he would be the psychopath of the
Yeah.
Well,
There's wild
I
cards
mean-
and there's fucking crazy.
I don't know. This just seems like a whole deck of wild cards.
This is true.
I'm trying to keep
I'm-
this ship on track, man.
I am weirder than a wild card. I'm an instructions for playing poker card, is what I am.
So have we got the
What's for
skulls
draw and stud poker?
and the dicks. I just want to see this gnome village, man. That's all I want. That's all
Yeah.
I want from life. I don't want to head
We want to
anybody.
see this like 1950s Walt Disney animation gnome village is what we're hoping for, and we're going to be supremely disappointed.
Because like as well, just to go a bit game-ish on everyone. because you used 2 spells, then you can only use one more first level spell before you have to take a long rest.
Yeah, chill with the magic.
You can still use your cantrips as much as you want, but just so you know. So what's the game plan? You've got a cart of fisherman's goods, some
we're gonna loot
hobgoblin
that
corpses.
first. Let's loot
One of them's
that.
Sans Dick and some fishermen that you've
We're gonna
Load the
loot
murdered.
the
cart up with
cart.
goblin dicks and let's get going.
Are we not gonna see what's in the cart?
Fisherman crap, innit? Who cares?
Okay, let's keep going then.
Just gonna ignore it.
I know that I've stepped over a line, so I'm gonna be like very deferential for the next couple of hours.
Cool. You carry on your travels down this long road.
Of faith.
One more hobgoblin attacks us, I swear to God.
The mountains are are getting closer. It's now like nearly dusk, and like the sky is turning like a shade of purple as the sun sets below the horizon. And as you're walking down this lonely road, you hear a low howl.
Oh, shit.
I-
Werewolves. A werewolf's
Um,
a thing? Guys, a werewolf's a thing.
The dude mentioned the dog head men.
Doghead
I
man.
think
Fisherman.
he
Werewolves.
might have mistaken them. That was right before he asked us what our business was, wasn't
Yeah, it was.
And then you just saw
it? Yeah.
red. Lightning bolted them into the.
I remember that he said that because the next thing he said was "What's your business?" But he might have mistaken dog's head for wolf's head.
I guess we should just keep on walking. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll keep an ear out, but we're gonna keep
Keep an ear
going.
on. Huh.
Yeah.
Everyone, make me a perception check, just so.
Which is D20.
Yeah, D20, and on your character sheet, you've got your. I think. Does any of you have proficiency in perception? Badge does, yeah. So you would
I
add your.
rolled a 13.
Okay. Has anyone else got rolled to beat?
Nope.
I have
Complete 13?
17, but my perception's -1, so I'm 16. So I think badge.
Sweet. Michelle Rodriguez, how'd you?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. So badge, you can behind you. You can kind of hear like what sounds like it sounds like somebody is laughing, like. But
Because laughter is infectious, I'm like.
as soon as you join in, the laughter stops, and then
Oh.
up ahead you hear another howl.
Okay. I turn to the guys and I'm like, listen. I know that like I'm coming from, the stock that you take in my words right now is at like -5. It's nice. I know that, but I feel like we're being watched, and I feel like a combat is unavoidable at this point.
I say, nah, you're just talking crazy. Just
And
a
I don't
friendly-
really have a leg to stand on, so I'm like, huh? Okay.
It's just the friendly neighborhood dogs. This whole dog head thing is just a massive coincidence.
Okay. Well, they're laughing at some.
Dogs are happy
Yeah,
creatures. What
They're
do you want?
laughing, and it's like when I laugh. You know, like when someone yours and then you yours.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's like that. So.
listen. Listen. I grab him by the collar. I say, listen. I want to get to this fucking gnome village, alright?
Okay. Well then, listen. Okay. Listen to me. Hey, listen to me.
Yeah.
We've both got each other by the lapels. Like,
Snaggletooth, you need to step in and break this up. The group dynamics getting strained here by a lack of gnomes.
Right. Let's try and break them up. But
I'm frozen on my other one, so I'm here for the moment.
I like the way you've frozen. You're like,
Yeah,
like you're really happy with something.
yeah. I'm very angry about being frozen. But I just say, I think if we want to get to this gnome town without a fight, we should just flat out sprint at this point.
I'm in favour of that.
Yeah,
He's like,
I've not been lucky in combat today.
I think we should just all of us, just drop everything and just leg it.
No, but if we drop the cart, we lose all the fisherman stuff and the goblin dicks.
We'll keep the goblin dicks, but abandon the fisherman stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, yeah, you've got you could probably like pouch some of the goblin dicks that you've.
Oh, don't you worry
acquired.
about that. I've got the goblin dicks in a very special pouch.
That made me feel. I like what's coming next makes me quite uncomfortable. But that like your actions and behavior have made me even more uncomfortable. Who's the real villain here?
Sounds like a school report I once had. But anyway, we're gonna run our asses off towards this gnome village.
You're just following the road.
Yeah, but at a fast pace.
As you're like sprinting past, you can kind of you see like some guys on the floor. You back?
Back with us.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. So you sprinting off. As you sprint, you come past a another little grove of trees and like rocks and stuff, and you can see like some hunched figures, kind of
What a surprise!
hunched over, and one of them's they look like they're eating something, and one of them kind of lifts its head. You see it's like the eyes shimmering in the half light, and you can see it's like a looks like a dog hyena hybrid type crossed with a human, and it looks at you and like the what you can see in this like gloomy light is a hobgoblin's face. It like rips open the hobgoblin's face, looks to his mates, howls, and just starts chasing after you.
Yes. I'm going to take a piss before before we get into this. Right,
Okay.
I will be 2 minutes.
So they've seen us. We're running.
They kind of take off. There's how many would be fair? There's a group of these 5 tall dog-headed creatures that like see you and just start running after you. Luckily, what's this? I think their speed is about the. Yeah, so they're only able to go as fast as you can. So you're sprinting, they're sprinting, and like it's somewhere in the background of bards playing the Benny Hill theme as you're running through the wilderness.
I just say to them, guys, I know that like I haven't really been a team player today, so I'm putting this on the table before I do it. I got 1 spell left before I'm going to need to take a nap.
And you want to sacrifice yourself for the
No,
group?
no.
That's fine.
No, that's not. Are you asking me what my business is? Is that what you're saying right now? No, but what I'm saying is, now I could turn around and do Thunder Wave and hope to get a few of them, or maybe I could get a fireball and try and set alight this heavily wooded area. How do we feel about that?
If you set the path behind us on fire,
Yeah,
then they may not be able to cross it.
this is true.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, I would like to turn and get a fireball and just kind of like try and put it to the nearest wooded object and try and set it alight.
Luckily, as you're running through this wooded area, there are some like trees that have kind of toppled over on the side, and you can
Yeah, I have.
you can like produce flame and
Yes.
light them up.
You need me to roll anything?
I think it's just a straight like you cantrip it up and it lights up,
Yeah.
and this tree behind you takes up light. Just they're like chasing up behind you, and you hear them just like growl and howl in rage. But as they're like going around, they kind of take a little bit longer to go around. As they go around this this like flame, you just hear like thunk, 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 like 5 bowstrings twanging. And
Oh, is this good bowstrings or bad bowstrings?
all 5 of the creatures just get like an arrow and just slump.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
shit.
They're
death.
getting murdered instead of us.
Okay,
you
so
hear, like,
we stop running.
Is the the forest not on fire though?
that one log is, and eventually that will maybe catch eventually, but like could.
And eventually that
Right.
in the air is going to cause climate change, but that's all in the future.
They haven't
We're talking about
industrialized.
right
It's
now.
fine.
Well, let's find out who's helping us then.
You hear like a voice call out through the darkness. Are you okay?
Who is that? I say back.
That's
Identify yourself, Bowman.
a very good question. A question so good that I'm gonna answer it for you.
I think this
Right
guy's
now.
stalling. I say
As
to
soon
myself.
as it's almost like he's looking up his name in a book of names that like
This
don't
guy
look
said
into it.
something right now.
Make up a name. Dave, Barry, Smith, Gina, Rebecca,
Augusta.
Augusta. Great name.
Filbert.
That
Well,
name,
yeah,
the
fine.
question that you have asked is so good, and so here they are.
The guy's like, "What's my name?" Well, if it's my name you want to know,
Are you asking me my business? And he
Give us
thunder
a plan.
waves you.
no.
Give us a plan for that gnome village.
My name's Igden.
Oh, great, super, yeah, great, okay.
It was worth the wait.
Listen, it's hard to come up with names on the fly. There's a whole section in that book.
No,
there
we
for
just proved it isn't.
It's like
coming out the
Huck's trying to
woods.
get his tie off. Is that what you think?
That may be what you think. I'm not wearing a tie at all.
All right, Igden, what's your deal?
Coming out of the forest is these look like people, but they're shorter,
Like each of their names.
and
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't.
I'm not. I want to know.
there's 4 small, pointy-eared gnomes.
Hey!
You made it to the gnomes.
Gnomes! I go and I pick one up and I just cradle him in my arms.
Oh,
my
how long
brother.
I've waited.
I've waited so long for you, Igden.
It's like, oh my god, you must be really hurt. We need to get these people to the village quickly.
Yes, take us to your glorious gnome village. shake him
now.
with joy.
Yeah.
Before they ask Badge, what are you doing on this road?
I'm fine with that. It was the phrasing that pissed me off. It was the way the question was. There was a dagger to the end of that question, and that's what perturbed me.
Perturbed you.
Yeah.
Perturbed being a word that actually exists. you
Yes.
know,
I
right?
did. I mean, that was my little cliffhangery moment where like we can, because it's almost like the gnome village is not prepared yet. So
Okay.
quite weirdly, as if like, but
So,
you made it. You
yeah.
know.
Some
Yeah.
bonus content then.
Yeah.
We're walking into the gnome village. I do one of my famous asides.
Hey.
Hey guys, Snaggletooth,
Yeah.
Badge. When we get to the gnome village, we're gonna burn that shit to the ground, right?
I mean, I assumed.
Badge needs a long rest before he
I
can...
do need
Yeah,
a rest
yeah.
before I can produce fire.
I mean, not to tempt fate, but producing fire is kind of a at-will thing for
Oh,
Badge.
Julio, then
Oh.
I'm like, let's go to the gnome village, and I shoot a burst of fire into the sky, and I'm like,
And that is the end of chapter 2 of T&C D&D.